Hello everyone and welcome to Golden Nova's First Reacts, where I react first to all the things you want to see reacted to first, as long as I'm the first person you come to react to things first. I haven't done one of these in a while. The last few ones have felt, like not enough to really do a whole episode on, so I've been kind of biding my time. I've been keeping my eyes off Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization, but then I saw DoomZ is dropping, the next archetype in the Anomato lore, so I've decided we're going to cover that. That's our primary objective, and then we're going to roll back the last couple of weeks, and I'm going to check out all the things that I haven't taken a look at, because there's a lot of it. I think the last thing is like the RB monsters. I don't know what any of those things do, so we're going to take this opportunity to catch up. Let's get started with these folks. The DoomZ theme seems to be heavily connected to clocks. Doom in its original meaning was another way of saying fate or coming judgment, or, you know, doomsday clock. Oh boy, I'm glad the extinction event has arrived. First up is DoomZ Zero Drasta, a level 8 Dark Dragon. Dragons! Level 8 Dark Dragon, 2400 attack, 1500 defense. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. You can target a DoomZ card that you control, destroy it, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand. Then you can equip one equip spell from your deck to it. Oh, just any equip spell, huh? While this card is equipped with an equipped card, as a quick effect, you can special summon a Wind Machine Exceed with a rank equal to this card's level, and it is treated as an Exceed summon. And if you do, attach this card and all cards equipped to it to that monster. This is going to be very funny. I can't wait. DoomZ 5 Amalth is a level 4 Dark Dragon, 1600 attack, 1200 defense. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. First effect, if this card is normal or special summoned or destroyed by a card effect, you can add a DoomZ monster from your deck to your hand, except a copy of this card. And while this card is equipped with an equipped card, it does the same thing. Wind Machine Exceeds monster with a rank equal to this card's level, so this one makes 4s. And it attach itself and all cards equipped to that monster. Okay, so first off, Claw. That's the Claw we saw with the Armedias as the big shooty pew pew laser hand. Wild. Let's take a look at this really quick. I'm actually really curious. Open image, new tab. Okay, we're getting nothing from that one actually. We're just gonna skip that. Okay, so you summon Amalth. You add the DoomZ, which are going to get the Drastia. Then it's a quick effect. The Exceed summon's a quick effect, but you can still just pop the Amalth and get the equip out of it. So you don't have to, like, you're not going to get the additional trigger off of this, but this still just gets Drastia onto the board. Okay. DoomZ 7 Alara, level 4 Dark Dragon. If this card is normal or special summoned or destroyed by a card effect, okay, that's going to be relevant a lot. You can set a DoomZ spell or trap card from your deck. The rank sideways. The Exceed summoning effect triggers. We can do that as a quick effect. Then Power Patron Machine DoomZ. A level 1 Wind Machine. You can only use the second and third effect of this card's name once per turn each, and you cannot special summon from the extra deck except Exceed monsters. Second effect, you can target one other effect monster you control. Special summon from your extra deck a DoomZ Exceed monster or Jupiter the Power Patron of Destruction with a rank equal to the level of that monster you control. By using it as material, this is treated as an Exceed summon, and if you do equip this card you control to it. And if this card is destroyed, you can add a DoomZ card from your deck to your hand. Neat. Okay, so I guess Power Patron is what they translated the imprisoned deities as. Power Patron is very funny. And then it lets me say that people at home can be my Power Patreon. We'll workshop it. But no, this can turn any monster into our on-theme one, or not an on-theme one, a DoomZ one, or the Power Patron specific extra deck monster. That's looking heinous. Destroy gets you a DoomZ, so we can pop it with our cards to get more value out of it. Okay, I'm digging it. And it's got Karibo stats, so, you know, that's something. Okay, Jupiter, the Power Patron of Destruction. This is a rank 10. Once per turn, you can also Exceed Summon this card by using a monster you control equipped with 3 or more equip cards. If this card is Exceed Summoned, you can equip any number of appropriate equipped spells from your graveyard to it, so you just get all of them back. Gains 3,000 attack while it has an Exceed monster as material. Once per turn, you can detach a material from this card to special summon a DoomZ monster from your graveyard, then destroy a card on the field. So we don't have a level 10 yet, but because it wants to have an Exceed monster as material, I'm certain we will find a rank up at some point. It's removal and revival. It benefits us for doing a bunch of equipped stuff, and then we don't even lose them because we just reattach all of them. Okay. Okay, I'm vibing. DoomZ and Drastius. This is our rank 8 option. Requires 3 level 8 monsters, but we ain't doing that. Not at all. If this card is Exceed Summoned, you can equip one other face-up monster on the field to it. So just yoink. Just take it. You're mine now. First time this card will be destroyed by battle or card effect each turn. It is not. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field or in the graveyards as a quick effect, you can detach material from this card to negate that effect. Then you can equip one face-up monster your opponent controls to this card. We're just taking more stuff. Okay. So what we Exceed Summon this. Take a monster. We negate an effect, then we get a second equip. If we make this off of our level 8's effect, then it will have 2 material because it'll have itself in the equip card that's a Exceed material. So if you can manage to get 2 negates off of this, then you can just make Jupiter the Power Patron of Destruction on top of that. Very funny. Okay, Doomsy Break Diactorus. This isn't our guy, right? That is specifically our guy. That is Medius. Wow. What's going on there, Buckaroo? Doomsy Break Diactorus, rank 4 Wind Machine Exceeds monster. We can make that with either of our level 4 DoomZ monsters once it has an equipped spell on it. You can use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. 2400 attack is pretty good, and it's generic, rank 4. If this card is special summoned, you can destroy a DoomZ card from your hand or face-up field, then you can destroy one monster on the field. And if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, well, it has a DoomZ or Medius the Pure as material. That's our guy. You can add to your hand or send to the graveyard one equipped spell from your deck. So you make this, have it pop itself, because presumably you made it on theme. Then that gets you the equipped spell search. Okay. DoomZ Raider. Continue a spell card. You can only use one of the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn, and only once that turn. So we are in mutually exclusive territory. During the main phase, you can destroy one other DoomZ card on your hand, in your hand or on your field that's face up. Then add to your hand or special summon a DoomZ monster from your deck. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except Exceed monsters. Oh, boo-hoo. It has to destroy a DoomZ card, unfortunately, so we can't just pick anything, but then it does effectively summon out any of our on-theme monsters. And then if it's destroyed, we get to target a face-up monster on the field and destroy it. Do these other cards... Can I read these really quickly? Okay, this destroys DoomZ cards. This does not because it searches stuff. But the first guy does pop it. Can Power Patron destroy... This only destroys one other effect monster. Or rather, it uses one other effect monster for its thing. Doesn't destroy it. Okay. This destroys DoomZ cards, though, so we can pop this. What's on Raider? What's going on here? Can we... We've got Medius in full Artmedia regalia. Who's this guy at the bottom left? That guy looks like he's like a little freak. Have we seen him? Is he one of these guys? I don't think he's this guy. No, yeah, that's very different. That's a very different look. I'm just gonna take a sec. This got a helmet on. Okay, so we don't know who that guy is necessarily right now, unless they've got some armor thing that I've overlooked. Okay, an on-theme equipped spell, DoomZ Command Doom Dirge. What does that stand for? Give me the breakdown. I need to know. Once per turn during the standby phase, inflict 500 damage to the equipped monster's controller. Oh, so this hurts you. Okay. A DoomZ monster equipped with this card, or a Wind Machine Xyz monster that has it as material, gains these effects. Okay, notably, we can give this to our opponent and make them burn. So, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Very nifty, sling the effect to slap onto a monster. Once per turn, as a quick effect, you can destroy one other face-up card you control. Also, until the end of this turn, this card gains attack equal to its own level rank times 100. It can attack directly, also if it battles destroyed at the end of the damage. Okay. So, we give it to the rank 8 guy. He can attack directly. He gains 800, so he's 3,500. And notably, he can't be destroyed once per turn. So that combos, and he's even on the card. That's a little bit of storytelling there. It's also quick effects. So you can, like, if your opponent tries to attack and be like, I don't think so, buckaroo. That's pretty funny. And then, of course, truly devastating when you put it on the rank 10. Does the rank 10 have any protection on it? Not inherently. Not inherently. I wonder if, does the equip spell have any... Oh, no, it does not have any hard once per turns on. So it's got the soft ones per turn. But if you equip 3 Doom Dirges and you have available cards to destroy, you can keep buffing. That's very funny. Okay, DoomZ Destruction. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn each. It is a normal trap card. First effect targets a DoomZ Xyz monster you control. Equip this card to it as an equip. More equip cards! Granting this effect, your opponent cannot add cards from their deck to their hand, so by drawing... That's going to be so annoying. It's be so annoying. They just flip DoomZ Destruction in response to be all like, no, I actually have Thunder Dragon Colossus. You can even look at my rank 8. It also can't be destroyed easily. This card is destroyed by a card effect. You can target a face-up monster on the field and equip one DoomZ monster from your deck to it. That doesn't seem detrimental, but it does add more equips to the situation. We got a... Okay, so we've got Medius over here. We're fighting the rank 8 dude over there, and this guy on the right, they have the Doom Claw, but this is our dragon guy from the Artmegia. Like this is an ally. Or maybe we're taking their stuff. I love taking stuff. Theorialize Overdrive. Ooh, okay. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. First effect, target a Medius that appear in your graveyard or banishment and special summon it. Hey, he's back. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one face-up monster you control and declare a level from 1 to 10. Its level becomes a declared level until the end of the turn. Ah. Okay, there we go. So that 10 is very important because we can use this in DoomZ to make any of our DoomZs into level 10 monsters, and they themselves can then become the rank 10, or whichever ones you want to make them, or any Wind Xyz machine monster. I don't know your life. Maybe we'll check out some Wind Machine Xyz monsters in a little bit and see what other options we have. Anyone ready for Dracosack Gaming? Not me. I don't think that's at all relevant. Theorialize Overdrive though. What can we glean from this future? There's a ton of... Oh, he's going QB form over here. Incredible. Alrighty. Artmage Movement Lineage. Normal spell card. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. You cannot special summon from the extra deck the turn you activate either of this card's effects except fusion monsters. First effect, if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, special summon an Artmage monster from your deck in defense position with a different name from the cards that you control. Or, if this card is sent to the graveyard to activate the effect of Artmage Academic Arcane Arts Acropolis. I cannot believe that's a localized name. That's incredible. You can add an Artmage trap card from your grave or banishment to your hand. Quintuple A over here is what I believe. I think it adds our Artmages from deck to hand. It doesn't special summon them. We're trying to get them to use their own effects. But no, I think this kind of confirms the fact that our dragon guy in our group, it was from the DoomZ faction at some point. Crazy. Alrighty. Archmage Peripetea Turmoil. Normal trap card. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn, and you cannot special summon from the extra deck the turn you activate either of these cards' effects except fusion monsters. First effect, target a monster in your opponent's graveyard and return an Archmage monster you control to the hand or extra deck, and if you do, special summon the targeted monster to your field, but its effects are negated. Okay. So we get to steal a body that can't do anything, and if this card is sent to the graveyard to activate the effect of Archmage Academic Arcane Arts Acropolis, you can add an Archmage spell card from your graveyard banishment to our hand. Ooh, we're looping! We're looping! Actually, legitimately, we can loop this, right? Because we send the spell to the graveyard to get the trap, send the trap to the graveyard to get the spell, wait a turn, and then we do it all over again. If nothing else, that's pretty slick. Who are we looking at here? So we've got Medius, got our dragon guy, we got Fine Melt, we got this person, I don't think we've ever seen, and then we got exploding mech in the background. There's the owl, and then there's our little our wind machine power patron, which might be coming along for the ride. Notably, so Medius, when it's normal summon, does get one of the power patrons. So I guess that's the reason why we have a rank 4 Medius version of the DoomZs, because he's tied in with the power patrons. So you bring out this guy, and that's why it works on any other effect monster, because Medius is a level 4. There we go. Though also notably, because this also summons Jupiter, you could do Theorealize Overdrive to turn Medius into a level 10 and turn him into Jupiter, the power patron of destruction, and then go absolutely ham. Though that does remind me, no, yeah, Wind Machine exceeds monster. Never mind. For a second, I was about to say, like, Doomdirk doesn't work on Jupiter because it's not on theme. They thought of that, though. They caught me. Okay, these are funny. I'm liking the support cards here, but because we have a lot more, I don't want to linger too much on this one. We're already pretty far into the video. I think there's some interesting effects here. I don't think any of these are stupendous. None of these are, like, crying out to me, though, of course, the ability to grab any equip spell on some of these seems pretty bonkers, and the core monsters being dark dragons, of course, opens up the floodgates to a billion different things that could go wrong. So I definitely feel like I'm the one missing something here, but in general, I think these cards are just okay. Let's look up some Wind Machine Xyz monsters. Should have been thinking of that while I was doing my final monologue here, but I'm pretty sure the Wind Machine Xyz pool isn't exactly deep. In fact, we only have 7 of them. Let's do a quick neuron search. Thank goodness they changed to the blue background so this doesn't kill our eyeballs when we try to look at it. Oh, Enter Blatnir is actually pretty legit. That's got a lot of options there. We can't do Tomahawk, but we can do Dracosac. Chaos Xyz Sky Babylon, Sky Palace Babylon, of course, bites because we're not using Sky Palace Gongari Day. We could get Gongari Day, but then this is also a level 10, so we can either pick between Jupiter and this one, and I think Jupiter wins 9 times out of 10. And then for our level 5, we have Zenmayo to destroy 2 set cards, which isn't irrelevant, and we have a choice off of Theorealize, so maybe. Not a lot of options, but we've got it. Okay, so that's DoomZ. Excited to see where it goes from here. Power of Fellows structure deck. So they announced this one, and they announced another Albaz structure deck. I think it said it had 4 art, 4 alt arts, and then 2 new cards, but they didn't reveal what the 2 new cards were. God, I hope they didn't. I'm pretty sure they didn't. Oh, okay, we might check at the end just to be certain. But we've got a new structure deck, Power of Fellows for Yusei. Oh, happy birthday, Yusei. So we got a ton of new cards here. I really want to see what these are all about. And we're starting things off with Junk Warrior Extreme, a level 8 Dark Warrior Synchro, 2900 attack, 2300 defense. Uses Junk Synchron and one or more non-tuners as material, so we're still using Junk Synchron, but you know it's a Synchron, so Quick Draw is back in a big way. You can only use this card's first and second effect once per turn each. If this card is synchro summoned, you can special summon as many level 2 or lower monsters from your graveyard as possible, but their effects cannot be activated for the rest of the turn. Also, you can only special summon once for the rest of this turn. Oh, okay, so you better make it count from this point. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can banish this card to special summon a Junk Synchro monster from your extra deck. This is treated as a synchro summon. Okay. That's okay, so we're seeing the play line here. You go Junk Warrior Extreme, grab up all your level 2 monsters that you've been synchroing with this whole turn, go to battle phase, punch someone with that, get Junk Warrior, this is treated as a synchro summon, which triggers its effect to steal the attack of all of your level 2 or lower monsters, and then you punch again with a super duper power Junk Warrior. Okay. Full Speed Warrior, Wind Warrior, level 2 monster. You can only use this card's name once per turn. One effect once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add a Junk Synchron or a spell or trap card that mentions a Junk Warrior from your deck to your hand. Second effect, monsters that mention Junk Warrior and Synchro monsters with Warrior in their original name you control gain 900 attack during your battle phase only. Okay, so instead of Speed Warrior, which only gets a boost during the turn it's summoned, now it just gives those boosts to a bunch of related monsters every time you go to your battle phase. Only your battle phase, though. That's unfortunate. Anchor Bolt Hedgehog, level 2 Earth Machine. You can only use this card's name once per turn. If this card is in your graveyard and you control Junk Warrior or a monster that mentions it, except this card. Quick effect, you can special summon this card in defense position. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except synchro monsters. So another way to get 2 more level 2 non-tuner levels. Okay. Synchro Fellows. Normal spell card. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Add a Junk Synchron or a monster that mentions Junk Warrior or Stardust Dragon from your deck to your hand and then discard a card. Second effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Synchro monster that you control. Decrease its level by 1, then, during your main phase of the turn, you can normal summon a Synchron monster in addition to your normal summoner set. You can only gain this effect once per turn. Okay, these are pretty fun. That's unfortunate, though. So, for those of you who have been keeping up with my recent series, I've been doing domain duels, and we just had one where we were playing a Signer duel. And one of the issues when getting Yuze into the mix is that he just does not have a good singular monster that acts as a domain that covers all of his cards. Normally you're looking for a deck master that's a good engine piece to help get your plays started, but the only thing we could play was Junk Speeder to cover most things, right? Like it covers Junk, it gets you all the Warrior Synchro monsters, it gets you all the Synchron monsters because it has Synchron in its text. Because it's Wind, you can get Stardust Dragon. There's just not anything in Yusei's roster that gives him all that stuff, because the Junk stuff and the Stardust stuff are so disparate when it comes to their types and attributes that there's not really any overlap here. Unfortunately, this does not solve any of it. Full Speed Warrior is probably closer because now you have a Wind Warrior in your extra deck, and it mentions Junk and Synchron in its card text. I'm not sure if that means that it adds Junk and Synchron because it's just the name. I'll have to double check, because if so, this does cover basically everything that Junk Speeder does, but is a deck master that you can play that searches you something, which is very nice, but it still doesn't, like, because it doesn't say Stardust on there, you're missing out on things like Stardust Spark Dragon or Chronicle Dragon or Cipher Dragon, and even like Shooting Quasar Dragon you can't play. So that's unfortunate. So none of these cards fix that particular issue, but they are pretty cool. So happy to see them being introduced. Looking forward to seeing the Junk Warrior Extreme Scrap Fist OTK. That's gonna be some YouTube replay nonsense. Okay, next up we have Ericus, the Shining Mars Saint. Apparently this might have been a promo used to help the heroes because they just got that tactical try. Level 5 Light Pyro, 2000 attack, 1800 defense. You can only special summon with the way. You can only special summon with the way in this card's one effect once per turn. You can only use the second and third effects once per turn. Okay. First effect, if you have a face-up card in your spell and trap zone, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can target one face-up spell or trap card you control, destroy it, then draw a card. If this card is destroyed, you can target an Xyz monster you control and attach this card to it. Neat! Cool. That's just a solid card. It works with. It doesn't help make Xyz necessarily unless you're on like a rank 5 strategy, but what, you summon it, you trade in one of your spells and traps for draw, and then you pop this to give an Xyz monster something? That's a nice utility card. I dig it. I'm with it. Speaking of tactical try bonuses, Rescue Ace and Exo Sisters are also getting some tactical tries, so we are going to take a look at these ones. Leviathan the Burning Blade. Oh, we're getting more Burning Blade Link 2 monsters. Fire Warrior Link 2, bottom left, bottom right, requires 2 fire monsters. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. During the main phase, as a quick effect, you contribute one other fire monster, then target a fire monster in your graveyard with the same original type but a lower original level to special summon it in defense position. If a set card, or any number of set cards in your spell and trap zone be destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can banish this card instead. Oh yeah, that's super Rescue Ace coded. So that last effect is like, I set 4 with the big guy. I'm blanking on the name right now. And then your opponent's like, haha, but I have the Harpy's Feather Duster, so you will have to use all of it. And then the Rescue Ace person is now, nay, nay, nay. I have Leviathan the Burning Blade, you fool. The first effect, that's kind of cool. So it brings out you tribute a fire to bring out a fire with the same original level, same type but a lower level. So Rescue Ace are made up of warriors and machines. I think all the warriors like level 4 though, right? So I don't know if it works with that one. I guess it like tributes your machines to get Hydrant back. That's pretty good. Like you can. There's like the level 6 one that's like a draw 2 discard one, but it doesn't do anything after that for the turn. So Leviathan can tribute that to get back Hydrant. That's pretty cool. Rescue Ace players, let me know if that's effective, if this is what you were looking for. Okay, next is Ichigi Sayori Hime, level 4 Light Fairy Spirits! Spirits are back! Can't be special summoned, except for all the ways that spirits can cheat special summons. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. First effect, if this card is in your hand and you control a monster with 800 attack or defense, you can immediately after this effect resolves normal summon this card. If this card is normal summoned, you can add a level 4 light or dark monster with 800 attack or defense from your deck to your hand, except a copy of this card, and once per turn during the end phase, if this card was normal, summoned, or flipped face up, return it to the hand. That... I'm about to keep the database open now. This is the second time we've looked into this episode. That 800 stat thing is pretty suspicious. If we open up Neuron... If we look up card database, yep, that's got 800 defense. That has 800 defense. That has Martha has 800 defense. That's unfortunate for me. 800, yeah, okay, yeah, these all fit for that. Incredible. Okay. So this works with like all of the Exo Sisters, right? Like you have the 800 attack or defense, get the free normal summon. That's just free level 4 material. That's incredible. They're already running the I forget what's, there's Aratama, Sakitama, and then there's like a third one. There's one of those that's a free normal summon, so they're playing. I'm pretty sure they're playing that already. So that's great addition. This is just more level 4 material. Speaking of level 4 material, Anomato Kage, folks. Break out your progression playoffs references. Anomato Kage is back. Level 4 Dark Reptile Effect Monster. 1100 attack, 1500 defense. This card's always treated as a Zubaba, Gagaga, Gogogo, and Dododo card. You only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. If you control a Zubaba, Gagaga, Gogogo, and or Dododo monster, and this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can special summon it, but banish it. You You can banish this card from your graveyard to return up to 2 Xyz monsters from your graveyard to the extra deck. Okay, so because we are playing an Xyz deck, this line of text here does not matter unless your opponent gets cheeky with it. This is infinite material that you have in your graveyard that does not apply any restrictions at all to what it can be used as, what you can summon afterwards. So this is you want this in your graveyard all the time. However, if you need to get your Xyz monsters back, it also acts as a way to recycle those. This is bonkers. This is playable in any version of the Anomato decks. This is playable. Outrageous. And it's hand or graveyard, right? Yeah, it's not some on-summon trigger. It's an ignition effect. It's not dead if you draw it. It's not dead if... It's not dead if you can't normal summon. That's crazy. This card is bonkers. Hell yeah, folks. You've been looking at this whole time and no one told me? I'm glad no one did. I'd be spoiled otherwise. Okay, the stuff to tie into the weird side pack that they were doing for GX. The Water Dragon versus the Infernal something. I totally forget what it is. Does it say what it is in here? Infernal Incinerator. Okay. Spell card is Infernal Punisher. Normal spell card. Activate one of these effects, but you can only use each of these effects once per turn. Either you add a Water Dinosaur monster from your deck to your hand, then if your opponent controls the monster, you can special summon the added monster, or tribute one monster to special summon a level 6 or higher fire monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard, but its effects are negated unless it is a fiend monster. Okay. Just called Water Dragon, right? I'm not a... Yeah, Water Dragon. Water Dragon must be special summon with bonding H2O. Wait, so this can't even... Add one. But you can't even... You can't... Oh, this is a Sea Serpent. So you couldn't even do that anyway. What's this meant to work with? This is a Water Dinosaur, right? It's got to be one of, like, the new support cards or something. It has to be. I know they pulled something with this. Water Dinosaur. There's only 9 of these. We can get this. There's Deuterian. Is it just Deuterian? Discard this card to add a bonding from your deck to your hand. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can target a Hydreigon, Hydrogeddon, Oxygeddon, or Deuterian in your graveyard and special summon it. Well, you don't want to special summon it because you want to get that bonding H2O. Right? They've got the new bonding. Is bonding H2O? Tribute 2 Deuterian and 1 Oxygeddon from your hand in or field. Special summon a Water Dragon. I don't know. Okay. Infernal Incinerator, though. This card can only be normal summoned or set by discarding all cards in your hand. And attributing one card you control with 2,000 or more attack. This card gains 2,000 attack for each monster that you control. This card loses 5 attack for each monster your opponent controls. Okay, but this doesn't limit you from special summoning it, right? It just means you can only normal summon it by doing all that stuff. That has to be it, because otherwise this card is unplayable. Although it does hand deck or graveyard, so that's nice. This is just a goofy anime card. I don't want to think more about it, folks. Let me know what the heck this is supposed to. Is there like an unreleased card that's not here in the TCG that this is meant to work with better? I have to know. You have to tell me. You must feed me the information. Okay, TCG Exclusives. Okay, I kind of lied to you. I had to read some of these because they were suggested for a video recently. So I had to learn what they did, but I've forgotten mostly, so I'm just going to reread them, and I don't know what these things do. I only know what these Burning Abyss-esque cards are. So, Buio the Dawn's Light, level 3, Dark Fiend monster, 1,000 attack, 1,500 defense. Burning Abyss forever, folks. Never doubt Burning Abyss. So monsters in your left or right most main monster zone cannot be destroyed by card effects. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If this card is in your hand, you can target a fiend effect monster you control, negate its effects, and if you use special summon this card, it's just... yeah, I see what they mean. If this card is sent to the graveyard, add a Mutiny in the Sky from your deck to your hand. So if we mill it, if we detach as material, we get that card. But first up is Luce the Dusk's Dark. Level 8 Dark Fiend monster. Dark Fiend Fusion, 3500 attack, 3000 defense. Requires 3 Fiend and or Fairy monsters in your graveyard. Monsters in your left or right most main monster zone cannot be destroyed by card effects. You can only use the following effects once per turn. You can target one card your opponent controls, send a Fiend or Fairy monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, destroy that card. If another card you control is destroyed by a card effect, you can target one card on the field and destroy it. Well, so it reads, activate a Burning Abyss effect, pop a card. If you self-destruct a Burning Abyss monster, pop a card. That's crazy. That's crazy, right? Like, that's nifty. It has to use graveyard material, and I think Mutiny in the Sky is the thing we use here. Fusion summon a Fiend or Fairy fusion monster. Oh, any of them. But we have to use Fairy or Fiend material, so it kind of matters what we have. Okay. Shuffling from the graveyard into the deck is material. If this card is in your graveyard, you can send a Fiend and or Fairy monster from your hand or face up field to the graveyard to add this card to your hand. So it's also a graveyard outlet. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? Okay. So not only does Mutiny in the Sky make Luce the Dusk's Dark a viable playable card, it also makes Fusion Dante viable, because our fusion spell on theme sucks. We had to cheat it out with Beatrice this whole time, but now Mutiny in the Sky just says, hey, any 3 Burning Abyss, put him back into your deck, get them refreshed, get a big boss monster who can send them to the graveyard again. Now, of course, Fusion Dante is not exactly, batting 1,000, but we have the option. Steel Stringed Sacrifice. What? Are you playing at a ball game or something? Image in new tab. Oh, fine. Level 1 Light Warrior, 800 attack, 1000 defense. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can reveal a level 5 or higher monster in your hand. Then activate one of these effects, but you can only use each effect of this card once per turn. During the end phase of this turn, lose 1,000 life points if you did not normal summon the revealed monster or a monster with the same original name after activating this card. You can special summon this card from your hand, Steel String Sacrifice. Add this card from your graveyard to your hand, because it can activate the hand or graveyard. Or banish this card from your graveyard, and if you do, add a level 5 or higher monster from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. So this is a Monarch card. Oh, it's a Squire. It has Squire stats. It has Sacrifice on there. We are literally saying, hey, I want to tribute a Monarch here. Let me summon this for free. This has no downsides to it. That's wild. Huh? We can bring this out with some of the Monarch support that was in this set. With like our summon things, if we don't want to use a Dia, we can put this in our graveyard to set up a free material from graveyard. That's crazy. This can't be good though, right? Like, this is too much. This is like too much like weird stuff. This isn't actually good, right? I think I'm overhyping it, but I don't care. I'm falling for it. Xyz Lay, folks. I'm looking to Xyz Lay, if you know what I'm saying. The equipped monster gains 200 attack for each Xyz material on the field. Once per turn, you can activate the following effect based on the equipped monster's type, card type. If it is an Xyz monster, detach 2 materials from any monsters you control to set an Xyz spell or trap card from your deck. If it's equipped to anything else, special summon a monster with the same level as the equipped monster from your hand in defense position, but negate its effects. That is pretty good, and I think it actually works pretty well with the DoomZ cards we just talked about, right? Like, this is an equipped card. The boost is pretty significant, And then we can detach those materials to get an Xyz spell or trap card. And we know that Unbreakable Xyz Barrier was in this latest set, which is an Omni Negate. So, and then otherwise it just summons comparable material that we can make Xyz summons with. So that's pretty nifty. Psychic Omnibuster, level 7 Psychic Synchro, Wind Attribute, 2500 attack, 2000 defense. Requires a tuner and one or more non-tuner psychic monsters. Each time your opponent activates a card or effect on the field, except during the damage step, you can pay 2,000 life points and declare a card type, either a monster, spell, or trap. But you can only declare each card type once per turn to activate this effect. Look at a random card in your opponent's hand, and if it is the declared type, apply these effects in sequence, skipping any that do not apply. This card cannot be destroyed by the effect of the declared card type this turn, and banish that card you looked at face up until the end phase. That's... what? You're paying 2,000 every time you do this for a temp banish? And the worst protection I've seen since Mutants? Like, this is useful in one scenario, and that's when your opponent has 0 cards in hand and they search a single card. Once again, let me know, folks. I'm not sure. I got no clue. Oh, I saw this one and I wanted to know what was going on with this so bad. Miracle Raven, what's going on with this guy? Level 1 Dark Fiend Ritual Pendulum, 300 attack and defense, scale of 0. Nice. Pendulum effect. Once per turn during your main phase, you can ritual summon this card by tributing monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed 1. So you're ritual summoning from the Pendulum Zone. You can ritual summon this card with Miracle. That's right, folks. You can ritual summon Miracle Raven with Miracle Raven. It comes with its own ritual summon effect. Okay, it must be ritual summon, so we can't pendulum summon it. This ritual summoned card is unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. If you ritual summon exactly one ritual monster with a card effect that requires the use of monsters, this card can be used as the entire tribute. And if this card is tributed for ritual summon, you can add a ritual monster from your deck to your... This is crazy, right? Like, so, like, think about what it's asking you, right? You have the Raven. You tribute any monster that has a level. You make this. And then that becomes the entire material for any ritual summon. And then you get a ritual monster on top of it. Like, that's bonkers, right? If you have a way of getting this out of your face-up extra deck, because unfortunately you can't pendulum summon it, then this is just a rambunctious card. This can tribute monsters from hand or field. Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, Readying of Rites. Add a Fiend Ritual monster from your deck to your hand. Then if you added a Pendulum monster, you can special summon a Sacrificial Offering token. While you control that token, you cannot special summon from the extra deck. When your ritual monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can banish this card from your graveyard to draw a card. So this sets it up even more, right? You go Readying of Rites, get the ritual pendulum, make the one, play this in the scale, sacrifice that one token to unlock your extra deck, and now you have it. And then it's card draw too. Now, this only works if you're playing this guy. I don't think there's another Fiend Ritual Pendulum monster that we are jonesing to play with this, but it does make it easier to get. And I don't know, it seems pretty good. It seems pretty good. Okay, Ashlyn U1000. Cyberus Link monster, Link 2, 1400 attack, requiring 2 monsters with different types and attributes. If a ritual monster this card points to attacks a defense position monster and inflict piercing battle damage, you can only use each of the following effects once per turn. You can reveal a ritual monster in your hand to add a ritual monster with a different type and attribute from your deck to your hand. If you ritual summon except from the damage step, you can target one face-up card your opponent controls and return it to the hand. Oh, So make this with whatever spare materials you have. You don't even give up the first ritual monster. You get to keep that. You just add a different ritual monster. So if you're playing like a ritual pile, this is fantastic. So it does that. It lets you deal piercing damage, and it adds a bounce effect to your ritual summons. I know that Cross Shape was pretty good, but I think it beats it out. I think that's a lot more utility. And these are cards that we've already seen. You have the same color scheme. I know who you are. I know what you are. We will learn one day. One day I will be avenged on this. On the secret Albaz lore that they will not admit yet. I will be vindicated on this. Okay, last up, TCG exclusive Revel Bots. I've not seen anything that these things do, but people were pogging about them earlier, so let's take a look at RB the Brute Blues, a Link 3 Wind Machine monster, Link 3, 1500 attack, 3 bottom arrows, requires 2+ machine monsters. It gains the following effects while this card points to an RB monster. It gains attack equal to the total original attack of RB monsters that it points to, can make a second attack during each battle phase, and can't be destroyed by battle card effects. During your main phase, you can add an RB card from your deck to your hand. Okay, so we've got a bit of a Voltron-esque thing going on here. RB GA10 Driller, level 3 Earth Machine, 500 attack and defense. Oh, folks, Ancient Gearbox is calling. It's got another search target. If you control no face-up monsters, or the only face-up monsters you control are RB monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only do this once per turn this way. During the main phase, if this card is linked to an RB link monster as a quick effect, you can pay 500 life points, target a monster your opponent controls, and destroy both that monster and this card. Okay. Little rocket drill hand gives 500 attack to our link monster. Gives him removal. Alright, GA10 Cutter. 700 attack and defense, level 4 monster. Has the same special summon effect as Driller. When your opponent's spell, trap card, or effect is activated and this card is linked to an RB link monster, you can pay 700 life points to destroy this card if you do negate that effect, and if you do destroy that card. So this is quick effect removal. This is spell and trap negation. This gives a total of 1200 if we get them stacked together, so that's 2700, so that's pretty big. RB Volcan Rocket, level 5 Fire Machine monster. 1000 attack and defense, has the same summon setup as the other RBs. You can only special summon a card like this once per turn this way. If this card is linked to an RB link monster, you can pay 1000 life points, then target up to 2 cards your opponent controls. Destroy them, also with this card, and if you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each card destroyed. Not opponent's cards. It deals damage to your opponent, but it deals damage for each card destroyed. So you're looking at 1500 damage, and you're paying 1000. Heck yeah, so this is like more devastating Driller. Okay. Then we have another link monster, Valken Booster. Link 2, 500 attack, bottom and top, and it requires 2 machine monsters. If this card is link summoned, you can add an RB spell from your deck to your hand. If this card is in the extra monster zone, you can special summon an RB monster from your hand or graveyard in defense position. And then you can move this card you control to another of your main monster zones. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except machine monsters with 1500 or less attack. That's a very funny restriction. So you get 2 RBs, link this together. You make this, get your spell card. We'll be seeing that in just a second. Then, you move this card down to the main monster zone, get back one of those RBs that are in your graveyard, and then you link for our big Link 3 guy. Okay? Last 2, RB Funk Dock. Field spell. When this card is activated, add an RB card from your deck to your hand, except a copy of this card. Each time any number of monsters your opponent controls are destroyed by battle or card effects, gain 500 life points. Hey, we love doing that. If a face-up RB monster you control leaves the field by a card effect, except during the damage step, you can special summon an RB monster from your deck. that's good because both the rocket, or basically all of them, destroy themselves as part of their effect to do stuff. So this will trigger Funk Dock to get us a replacement, so it keeps our Link monster stacked up with attack points. Okay. And then lastly is RB Stage Landing. Normal spell card, special summon an RB monster from your deck or extra deck with a different name than the cards that you control. If an RB monster you control be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. You cannot special summon from the extra deck when you activate this effect except machine monsters with 1500 or less original attack. Oh yeah, it's activate this card. Okay, my bad. I thought it might have been referring to the second effect for some odd reason. But yeah, so Stage Landing. This is both so good, but like you can get Stage Landing with Volcan Booster, and then that gets you another RB that you can use to make our Link 3 monster effective, but of course Funk Dock is really good. The destroying of these is not necessary to resolve their effects, right? Am I... Destroy both that monster and this card. Well, it says destroy both, so I'm not sure. For Cutter, important activates, this card is linked. Destroy this card, and if you do... I also don't think that works with the protection either, because then it wasn't destroyed, so we don't get the negate effect. Then target will destroy them. Also this card. I think it works with Rocket, though, because it's kind of sequential, and that's the last thing to happen. I think it keeps the 500... I think it keeps the damage from going off, though. It is helpful for like maintaining our cards on the board, though. Like we can use it to protect our mechs and our other guys, but I think the way that they're worded, if we use Stage Landing to keep our RBs from destroying themselves, we're not going to get their benefits. But hey, that's what we have Funk Dock for. Oh, it's called Funk Dock. Okay. Wow. Yeah, these cards are goofy. I love them. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do. I'm not sold that they're like crazy good, but they do look very fun. And honestly, a fun archetype's not bad to have on hand. So, boy, we had a lot of stuff to talk about. Yeah, let me know what your thoughts were. We covered a lot of stuff today. Was there anything that I missed out on? Anything that I didn't cover? There's a high probability that there's some interaction that I did not keep in mind when talking about these, so let me know what I missed down below. And like what you saw here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can see more of these wonderful reactions when they come out, when I'm not skipping them to wait for a video where I can do an hour-long thing like this. Yeah, if that's the exact thing you're looking for, make sure you follow here. And of course, until the next time Konami drops some juicy spoilers, I will see all of you next time. Bye-bye. Today's episode is brought to you by Dragon Shield. Get the sleeves as strong as dragon scales and save 5% on your order by using the coupon code GoldenNova at checkout while helping out the channel. It was also brought to you by my lovely patrons, including this month's illustrious Quasar Commander, Upstairs Media, Nebula Navigators, 3rd Dynasty, 50 Gigabytes, Ada Basilisk, Adam Zajdel, Ancient Wizard, Andrew Newman, Battle Axe, Kane Senpai, Chibi Gohan, Christopher Fuss, Clockswork, Comrade Copperbottom, Eric, Frankie, Garland Chaos, Green Knight, Great Big Pillock, Groog, Hairbear, Harry the Ominous Benefactor, Iron Zero, Iskander 711, Carp, Marion James E. Picata, Meme King, Millennia Asta, Muse Clark, Neon Yaminair, Orozco 09096, Panther J, Pat Boos, Rebel King Lucifer, Red Eyes Jackalow, RJ the Jank Monarch, Sonic 21 Blast, the Critic of Innocence, Thievery Coast and the Wizard Moose, Cosmic Crusaders Ally Vatnia, Animasta, Anthrak, a Random Pup, Blitzwolf, Chaz Ghost, Christopher Fuss, again, Chris B, Cool Trainer Dark, Dr. Entity RIP, EB Channel, Eki Bullock, Eva Padilla, Herbal D, Inblink, Julian Marquez, Kale the Dragon, Lobomaru 02, Manga Pages, Natiel Lee Alexander, Nitromo, Not Algor, Obsidian, Pombo, Rhyme Kairos, Shizuka Nijimura, Simic Toadstool, Sir Knight JCB, Sphilia, Stephen Huntsman, Stephen Williamson, the Legendary Raven, the Phantom Knights of Shitted Pants, the Queen of Time, the Gene, Tiger X2476, Tristan O'Meara, and Zaldrucka, as well as all the lovely Starlight Explorers you see on screen now. If you'd like to help me in my journey to cover all of Yu-Gi-Oh's archetypes, get my videos early, be a part of these credits and other awesome perks, it would mean the world to me if you would check out the link to my Patreon in the description or consider joining as a YouTube member.